That 16th hole is what everyone thinks about for the Phoenix Open. It's the one hole that makes the event. So, what I want to do here is a little exercise. And if I'm putting you on the spot here, it's good. We're having fun with this. You've got six of the most iconic holes on the PGA Tour on this list. If I was to tell you three of them are never going to exist again, not only in pro golf, but ever, nobody's ever going to see them in any random casual round ever. Phoenix Opens, par 3 16th. Pebble Beach, the par 5 18th. The road hole at St. Andrews when the Open is there. The Island Green at Sawgrass. Now, I did Augusta, James, for two of them for a reason. To entice us to get rid of one of the Augusta holes. So we got the 15th, the par 5, and the par 3 12th. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first? Because
Yeah, I'll let.
there's two ways to look at this.
Okay, you tell me the two ways, and then I would like to see you go first.
Excitement wise, if we're going pure excitement of what people get jacked up for, it seems pretty easy to me to pick Scottsdale, Sawgrass. I would go 15th at Augusta. If we're going strictly on excitement, drama, people love to see it. The second way to look at it is what are the holes that are historically iconic that everybody loves and knows and says, that's a golf hole. Everybody loves that golf hole. It's not the 16th at Scottsdale because we've talked about take away the grandstands. Who cares? Sawgrass is fun. I would go par 3 12th at Augusta just because of the lure and everything about it. So much history. You know, the events have been lost on that hole. They haven't been won. They've certainly been lost. Asked Jordan Spieth, among many other players. Francisco Molinari, maybe. I would have to go with history of the game. You got to go road hole at St. Andrews. That's two. And then I probably would go the 18th at Pebble Beach, especially if you're playing a U.S. Open there, which they do. So three different ones. So I'd take the three excitements as Scottsdale, Sawgrass, and 15th at Augusta. And I would take historical nature of the game. I'd take the exact opposite. I'd take Pebble Beach. I'd take par 3 12th at Augusta. And I'd take the road hole. You
What
following me
you?
there?
I'm following you, but you still just it's almost like you're just giving pros to all six holes. It's like how you have to remove.
You're
So
right.
it's
You're right. You put me on the spot.
and
You want me to you want me to pick then?
you have to pick, and it's
Okay.
you.
If
It's
I could
don't
never
pick on.
play three of these holes, right?
Okay.
That's what it comes
Yep.
down to. If I could never play three of these holes, well, I got to play the 17th of Sawgrass. I would probably want to play the 18th at Pebble Beach, and I want to play 12 at Augusta. Those are my three.
Okay.
Thanks for calling me out on that, by the way.
So you would never. I mean, you'd never want to play 16 at TPC Scottsdale under the circumstances.
Hmm. That's
So
shoot.
this is
No,
how
you're right.
this
You're
is
right. You're
when you
right.
propose that you have to play it in tournament. It's almost like you're in the tournament and you get to play it. It's not just like, okay, I'm playing with my buddies, I'm by myself, there's no one there. So you would never have 16 at Scottsdale on that list unless it was for the crowd. It just wouldn't make the list.
You're
It
right.
wouldn't be
So got
iconic.
to look at it that way.
So
Am I
it's
drinking or am I sober?
you might have to drink when you play that hole. Let me just say. But okay, well, yeah. Look, you saved yourself there.
You
You
tell me then. What you tell me your three.
okay? Well, mine's from more of a player's perspective,
Okay.
and play being in that situation. I've actually never played Pebble Beach, so that would be more as a. It was an event when I was on tour that I took off. It was always the fifth event on the rotation,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like I
Hard to
played
get
four
to.
in a row, and then I took that one off because more so because of the weather. Yes,
Yeah.
last year it looked amazing. This year it didn't look quite as fun. Freezing, wind chills, barely feel your hand. So I'm look. I'll I will take this. You're going to hate me, but I'll take away the
I will.
16th at TPC Scottsdale. Now,
Wait. Why are you doing that if you're talking about the aura of the course and the feel and everything involved with it?
because I'm going to keep the 17th at Sawgrass.
Okay.
Now, I played the players. When I played it in the afternoon on Sunday, I was like maybe 10th from the last group. There was around about 20,000 people behind the back of the green. So the amount of people is similar to what you get at TPC Scottsdale, but the trouble, the way the wind whips up through there, as you see, that they have a fantastic graphic when they put it when you watch the coverage. They'll
Last
have the
year in
wind.
specific, was that Friday last year or 2 years ago?
Well, so that was a fantastic with all the apexes of all the players in the field and where they'd hit it on the 16th and how low the green in regulation percentage was and how hard they were. But there's this other graphic.
It was last year with the wind, is what it was. It was like every third ball was in the water.
And then the players were complaining and they're like, this hole's too hard. And I'm like, get out of it. You know, Thomas just feathered a nice little 6-iron in there to about 15 feet. Anyone can do it. I know he's one of the best in the world, but it's because they weren't used to seeing such a tough hole. For me personally, the wind there plays havoc. It's on the tee, it's often blowing the opposite direction than what it is at the green because the way it funnels through past that tree and that little cove there. So you'll see a lot of players like club 12 and watch them fly it into the back pond or over the back. Also, it's a great risk reward hole. You never see more shanks, flubs, or miscues on a 9-iron par 3 on the PGA Tour than you do on 17. And it's great viewing. So you can't, the aesthetics are amazing.
You got some guys almost hitting that tree on the right. That's what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. You see it hitting it, guys lay the sod over it, and it's just awesome. It just plays tricks on you as a player. It's fantastic as a fan, and it's very similar to 16 at Scottsdale. But
so you're taking
if you take away, I'm taking Sawgrass. I'm getting rid of 16 at Scottsdale because of that. Okay.
What's next?
All right. I'm getting rid of par 5, 18th at Pebble Beach. Now,
fair.
This is
nothing wrong with that.
This is personal. I hit a cut, and it's I have to start it way over the ocean to find the fairway. It's just not a fun hole for me. As far as viewership and as a fan of the game, you know, Pendrith was 2 shots behind the lead yesterday. Could have posted a score. Wins into, it's cold, decides to lay up. It's just a boring layup hole. A lot of guys lay up when the wind isn't helping. And I feel like it's not risk reward enough to where you get guys lay up or bail right off the tee into that bunker. And they're like, oh, well, you know, I'll just lay up and make birdie that way. Now, visuals amazing, but I'm going to put that up. I'm going to keep the 15th at Augusta.
You're going to keep
15
good.
Okay. Yeah, it's a massive risk reward hole. You can't bail out short and you can't bail out long when you're going in for 2. It's if you hit the fairway, you're also worried about hitting the green. Like it's like I can make eagle here. The layup has to be precise.
Oh yeah,
because
the right angle too.
Exactly, you need the right angle and you lay up onto a downslope. So if the green's slightly firm, hitting it like a low fizzer, if you come up a little short, it's spinning back into the water because the way the front of the green kind of tilts, the ball doesn't skip forward if you land on the front edge. And then if you land to the back quadrant, you can kind of skip through to the back over the green. So it brings in, you know, like you can win the tournament there, you can lose it there. So it's like, it's both. It gives it both. And visually, it's amazing. It's just, you know, it's a great hole to watch, especially from an aerial view. You got guys on the 16th tee waiting for guys hitting when they hit their second shots because they sometimes hit it into that, you know, the penalty area in the front of the 16th tee. So that's what I'll keep and get rid of. Now this one's tough. This one's really tough.
Last one.
I got to get rid of the par 3 12th at Augusta.
Yeah, you have to. You have to keep the road hole.
I know, and look, these are iconic holes. I don't want to murmur a bad word about the 12th.
Offending anybody. It's for fun.
For me personally, it's a bit of a forgettable hole when the conditions are perfect. No one goes for the right pin. The green's always soft because of the coverage of the trees, and for some reason the sub air just doesn't work good enough to make that a firm green. You'll see a lot of players bail out and be okay with it. They'll hit it in the front bunker, 40 feet left, back bunker, and they're like, you know, that's fine, whatever. I'll make 4 here. I'll go birdie 13. You know, there's no real stress until those times where you see guys like Spieth and Molinari, but they were just terrible iron shots. And it was wasn't ideal conditions. So that when that wind gets up and it's kind of a little nerve wracking there, that's when that hole's great, because even just making sure you hit it 20 feet left of the hole location is not an easy shot. But for me, I would have to keep the 17th at St. Andrews. Obviously, history. I think it's the toughest second shot, one of the toughest second shots in world golf from the fairway with a 9-iron. The entertainment it creates, you got guys hitting it against the wall, off the cart path. Cam Smith in last year's Open Championship, when he hit it behind the bunker and he putted it and used the carom off the bunker, hitting it in that bunker. You see guys have in the past have left it in there 6-7 times. It's a firm green. It's one hole where you'll see guys that are happy to miss the green miss the green in regulation. They just hit it because that's kind of a bailout. That's the only negative to the hole is to the back pin. You can hit long of the green, take out the bunker. And then guys are like, that's fine. I'm happy. In the practice rounds, I've hit a million chips from that spot. We're good. We can't make a double from there. But you hit over the side of a hotel room. Like you could be, Fred would be just waking up, sipping on a latte, watching Rory send tee shots over his head. And as an amateur, you don't want to send one straight into someone's living room or their hotel room. So I think it's kind of cool that, you see the apexes of the TrackMan flight go over the hotel room, especially when the rough's good, where you have to actually take on the hotel. But it's just, for me, it's one of the best second shots in golf, especially from like just a regular 9-iron in, where, I mean, the front of that green's maybe 4 yards wide. So it's an iconic, with the amount of action, the amount of, drama that's created around the wall and the bunker and just the aesthetics around that hole. And and the history. So it's a hard list. You're killing me, Chris. But that if I had to do it, it was like is getting rid of 3 of 6 children.
You passed the test. If you ever had to get rid of 3 of 6 children, that's as best as you can do.